testing and testing, 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 testing. Hey everybody, welcome again to Gear Facts, and today we're looking at the TC Electronic Voicelive Play. This is the Pro version of their multitude of voice effects units. I guess you could all call them Pro really, but this one kind of brings it all together into one unit. It has something like 200 presets to choose from, and you can edit and save into any of these slots. Wait, it's more than 200. 235. Let's hear a few of them. I'm going to go into genre here, and you can choose from a whole range of genres, including a set of favorites that you can put together yourself. As you can see, there are heaps of them, dividing these 235 patches into their various categories. Because I'm not a great singer, I might go straight to the pitch correction category. You press genre again, and as we go through our patches, it'll only select the ones that include a pitch correction feature. So let's try a few of those. Okay, here's the first one. La 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 la. Now, I am not a great singer, but I think that is improving things slightly. Let's move on to Club Can't Handle. Testing. So you can hear the notes tracking my rising tone there. Hey, bit more delay on this one too. And very narrow equalization, giving it that phone call kind of feel. Hey, This one has a nice bounce back reverb. Testing, testing. Which always sounds great with a nice booming rhythm. Where's that pitch correct? Where's that pitch correct? And this one's got the doubling effect, which is really nice if you're singing a good punchy song. Test, 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 test. This is an interesting one because it starts off just like a voiceover, but you can use the hit button here to add a separate and entirely new effect on top of it. Test, 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 test. So that's interesting, two very different parts to a song. That might be a good point to go into the effects editing pages here. There are 7 pages of effects, so that's your effects chain. Each lit button now refers to something that you can edit, so I could press this one for example and change my modulation effects, and there are plenty of those to choose from. Before I demonstrate them, I'm just going to go over here and go to Control. At the moment they're assigned to the hit button. What I want to do is just have them so that they're on. And we can try some different effects. Some of these flanges are excellent. And upwards. Testing, 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 test, testing, 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 stereo version of the same effect there. So let's say we'd found something that we're happy with. You can then go ahead and add all the other effects, like changing a delay, for example. Switch that on. Now we should have delay, Switching over here, we can change the frequency of that delay. Testing, 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 test, 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 test. So it's a very simple system, and it goes on through reverb, harmonies, doubling, and of course the hard tune page, which is a lot of fun. Several different kinds to choose from. And on the last page, we've got kind of amp simulators. That includes things like megaphones and old radios, things like that. Let's do a little bit more experimenting on the hard tune page. Test, 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 test. I like that one because you can actually stay in key and operate the shift, which creates some really good effects. You get the idea, that can make some really good samples. What else have we got? This one again has a shift control. So we can test that and see what happens. Oh, that's pretty fun. Down, down, really low. La. So this one can act almost like a vocoder. You can set nice and low, and then you get that fat synthesizer kind of sound. But you can still control your pitch. La, 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 la. It's difficult, but it can be done. Other effects, such as the drone robot, for example, they're just a single tone. Testing, testing, testing. So as I change my voice, I always get this note right here. Whereas with chromatic correction, I can actually
control it and rise it with me and lower it down.
And that's a very important difference. What else have we got here? Robot, again, is one note only.
This is robot.
It can be shifted manually, but it only plays one tone.
This is robot. This is robot. This is robot. This is robot.
And it doesn't matter what tone I sing at, it'll always be that low note. This effect, I don't know why it's associated with country music, but it is designed to make your notes portamento together a little bit better so it sounds a bit more natural.
So hey
So it's pitch corrected me slightly there, but also allowed the notes to flow together. This one has a bit more of a hard edge.
Hey
Or it's supposed to. Frankly, I found it a bit smoother than the country one.
And like last time, we can transpose a little bit. Test!
So that's your introduction to the TC Electronic Voicelive, guys. It has the up-down pedal switching system. Like I said, the hit button before, which gives each patch a second vibe. We've had a look at the effects editing system and the genre control. I'll just run you quickly through setup as well, which is your overall utility controls. There are 6 pages there where you can set the thing up to match the kind of venue that you're playing, the kind of microphone that you're using, things like that. It's worth paying attention to page 1, the 5th category here, where you have tone style. This has a whole bunch of single presets here, maybe about 10 different presets, that will just slightly change the timbre of your voice through the PA system or whatever other amplification system that you're using. It's worth going through and just testing those before you begin performing. Backing out of here, we've got our favorites, so you can mark several patches as your favorites and just flick through them quickly using the foot switch, the left-right switches, or the dial. Chances are it'll be the foot switches when you're performing. Practice is really interesting too. This will allow you to sing into the Voicelive, and it will actually analyze your tone and give you feedback on which notes are consistently going wrong. As you can imagine, I get a lot of feedback in that department, but it's a very good practice and or warm-up tool for a singer. And then we've got mix, which is basically controlling the wet-dry mix between all the effects. So it's a very nice, comfortable sort of a layout. We've got the microphone input control here. It's kind of convenient that it's located on the side. You can just reach down there and find the right point so that you get good comfy volume from your microphone without clipping the signal or causing a whole lot of feedback. XLR outputs to PA system there. I did forget to mention that this one has a looper as well, so you can plug in a pedal to start and stop your looper. Power, headphones and USB there. Note, it's not a recording interface. The USB is just for backing up patches or loading patches up to the unit. The auxiliary there is just to mix in external music, and I've been using the XLR mic input. Note, it doesn't have a TRS mic input, okay? Not really a problem if you're a serious singer, but sometimes people do like to use TRS and you're going to miss out on that. So what's my overall impression? Well, to be honest, I had a hard time having a whole lot of fun with this one. I can see the excellence in it, and I can hear the excellent quality of the effects. All of those things are undoubtedly impressive. But TC's released some other simpler units which I just found more fun to play with. That's probably though just because I am not a singer and I'm usually looking for fancy, crazy, silly effects, and I'm not saying that the Voicelive Play doesn't have that, but it is clearly geared much more towards the pro singer. So if you're a singer in a band or a pro singer, or you just need a whole lot of effects that you can control yourself without relying on other people to mix effects in, then I can tell you I've got no doubt that this is going to be an awesome device for you to buy. So, that's my wrap-up of the TC Electronic Voicelive Play. Thanks for watching Gear Facts, guys. Please share this with any singers that you know. Thanks also for liking, commenting, or subscribing. And that's Gear Facts for today. TC Electronic Voicelive Play.